What's going on, guys? I'm finally able to record videos in my garage again. The weather is finally nice now in Canada. Man, it's been cold for so long, but besides that, I have something special for you guys. I just got these Honda Civic rims and tires. I don't know exactly the condition of each and every one, but I did get them from a friend for free. Honestly, I'm lucky that she reached out to me, so I thank her for that. But basically, my goal in this video is to show you guys that if you have rims and tires like this laying around, or if you're selling your car and you want to sell, a set of rims and tires, I'll teach you guys every single information that you need to know in order to sell these for the best possible price that you can get. And also just so that you know, if someone asks a question like what's the offset or whatever, you'll be able to get that information from just watching this video. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. I'm gonna take you guys through this whole process, but you can use this to sell really anything. And the first step is evaluate what you have. That's pretty self-explanatory. You're not gonna know the value of what you have if you don't even understand it. So I'm gonna need to open these up out of the bags, look at them properly, check the tires and the rims, and get an idea of what I am dealing with. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy the music while I drop some very important information for you guys. You're gonna need to know all this stuff when you post your ad for whatever you're selling. The first thing we gotta do is a visual inspection, and for that you gotta look at everything carefully because you are figuring out condition. Condition is very important. It gives you a lot of information to give to people who can then feel safer to buy what you have. We're gonna look at the rims first. And yeah, there is a few scratches, nothing crazy. If there is like a huge gouge or chunks of the rim missing, you're not gonna be able to sell it because then you're gonna have problems balancing the wheels. But look at both sides, you see like the rim seat area everywhere. You want to make sure that it is good, and I checked all 4 rims. Everything is good, just a little bit of scratches, that's perfectly fine. Now we're gonna go on and look at the tires. Okay, so the sidewall is this area right here. You want to make sure there is no damage. You cannot repair sidewall damage. So that means if anything happens, any tears, any leaks, any bulges in the sidewall, you cannot repair this tire. It is garbage. Throw it out. And you can't sell this stuff. I mean, if you do, you're an asshole. It's not safe. The sidewalls here, they're fine. They're good on both sides. They're perfectly fine. Now that we're still looking at the sidewall, there's a lot of information here, and this is where you're gonna have to start jotting down stuff for your ad. So be ready for that, because we're gonna look and we're gonna find the tire size. So here you see P205/55R16 space 89H. This is your whole tire size. And if you don't understand these numbers and you want to figure out what they all mean, I did make a video on this. I'll make a link in the description about that, and you can go check that out. Basically, write this down. You need to know this. And next on the sidewall is something called the DOT. People will sometimes ask you, what is the DOT on your tires, right? And all that means is, what is the age of the tire? When you see the DOT, there's a number that comes at the end of it. And as you can see, the number on our tire here is 3214. This is written out as the week it was made and the year it was made. So this tire was made on the 32nd week of 2014. That's it. That's how simple it is to figure out how old your tire is. And right now it's 2020, and so the tire that we have here is roughly 6 years old, which is good. We can sell it. If you guys don't know this, the rule of thumb is you don't want to buy or sell tires that are older than 7 years, because rubber gets brittle and weak and it will fail. It might even come apart. So that's why, for safety reasons, just buy or sell tires that are not older than 7 years. And so with that information, we're going to jot that down as well. The DOT is 3214. Write that down. And next, we are going to get more information from the sidewall. We're gonna figure out what kind of tire this is. People care about the brand and image, all that stuff. This right here is a hand-cooked tire, Hancock, whatever you want to call it. And you're also going to need to know what make it is. So we're going to go over and see that is an Optimo H426. So now you got the information to tell people, if you want to do your research, here's the make and model. Go ahead, go online. Some people like to see reviews on tires. It's a more secure way of buying stuff so they know that it's good. This right here is very important to know, and I'm gonna jot this down as well. This next part is optional, but it helps a lot. Some people have tire sensors installed on their wheels because their car uses a TPMS system, and it's direct. So it measures the tire's pressures directly from the wheel, which means that they use sensors inside the wheels. Here you see we have a conventional rubber rubber style valve. But if your wheels do have tire sensors on them, it is good to take pictures of that and also jot that down and write it in your ad listing so people do see that you have sensors, because they're not cheap, but that does increase the value of your wheels. And by the way, I did make a video on that, so if you want to get slapped with some knowledge on some TPMS systems, then go ahead and watch that video. I'll leave a link in the description. I know I promote myself a lot, whatever, but that's how we gotta do it. If you want to hit the subscribe button anytime you feel comfortable, go ahead and do that. I had to throw that stuff out there. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs. Anyways, let's continue with this video. So one common question people are gonna ask is, what is the life of the tires, or how much tread is left on the tire? The only way to figure this out accurately is to use a tire tread depth gauge. It's a very cheap tool, and I recommend every person with a car to have one, because tires are safety devices, and I will leave a link to the description below. So these tires did end up measuring about 4/32 of an inch, which is pretty low, but you can still drive on these tires. But I'm just trying to sell them as is, 4/32 of an inch. That is the tire tread depth. I'm gonna jot that down. So next up, we gotta know the rim size. We have the tire size, but we need to know the rim size as well. I'm gonna flip this rim over and look at the back, and usually there is a size stamped onto the rim. Here it is, 16 by 6.5 J45. And again, if you guys don't understand these numbers, I did make a video breaking down rim measurements and sizes. I'll leave a link for that in the description below, so check it out if you don't understand these numbers right here. But basically, 16 is the rim diameter, 6.5 is the rim width, J is the size of the wheel flange, the shape it makes, so it's a J, and 45 is the offset. If it's a negative number, it's a negative offset. So there we go, we got all that information. We're gonna jot that down as well. But there's one important thing that is not on your rim. Maybe it might be there for some. Here, I cannot find the bolt pattern. That's something that people ask, like, what's the bolt pattern for this? You need to know this, because if you're trying to sell rims, the bolt pattern is everything. It's gonna tell you if this rim will fit on your car. So people might ask, what's the bolt pattern? But they might be referring to PCD, pitch circle diameter. So it's a measurement, is the diameter of a circle that runs through all the wheel studs. So you might have 4 wheel studs, you might have 5 wheel studs. But I'll probably make a whole video on measuring your bolt pattern. But for now, I'm just going to show you guys pictures on how to measure a bolt pattern for a wheel that uses 4 lug nuts and one that uses 5 lug nuts. So here it is. But if you can't measure your wheel studs, if you're not confident in doing it, then you can also figure this information out online. If you know what rim you have, if you know what car it fits on or what car it came off of, like in this example, if this wheel came off of a 2014 Honda Civic, I can go online and Google 2014 Honda Civic bolt pattern, and you can find information. The internet is amazing. You can find all sorts of information just by searching up what you have. So don't be afraid to do that, and once you figure it out, you want to jot this information down. So at this point, you can start taking pictures and post your ad and put everything together, but I'm not gonna do that just yet. I'm going a step further because I'm trying to make my job easier to sell these. In order to do that, we're gonna have to clean these rims and tires, make them look nice, make them look crispy for the photos, and so people will look at it and say, I definitely want to get these look clean. And that's what we're doing here. We're cleaning the rims and tires. So at first, all I used was a spray bottle with soapy water and a drill brush attachments to clean these rims, but it was kind of hot out, so they kept drying up pretty quickly and the dirty water marks were left on the rims. So all I did was I used rim cleaner afterwards. It actually ended up working really well, especially for the sidewall of the tires. Like, it took off the dirt. I mean, look at this. It's taking the dirt off just by spraying it. I'm not even putting anything on it. I'm just spraying them on. I'm not scrubbing it or anything, and it's taking off all that dirt. Then I went ahead and just went over it with the drill brush, and I constantly sprayed it with the soapy water so it stayed wet. And then I lathered on some more soap after and just dumped water on it, and it cleaned it up nice. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to be a specialist or a detailer. Make sure everything's spotty clean. You don't have to do that stuff, man. You just gotta clean these nice, and they look good for pics. Now at this point, you just take your pictures. Here's the pictures that I took. Alright, so now I have everything set up. I have all my pics taken, I have all my information, and I have my ad ready to go. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I set my ad up so that I can get the most traction on my listing. You guys can use stuff like Facebook Marketplace, Let Go. There's a bunch of apps. I like to use Kijiji, but you can go on multiple different platforms and post the same ad. That is actually the smartest thing to do. I'm gonna focus on Kijiji because I'm familiar with it the most. Right here you can see on Kijiji, I went to ad type I'm offering. I said tire size diameter 16 inch. I am the owner, I'm not a business. And the ad title, this is how I made it. I put 5 by 114.3. That is the bolt pattern. Honda Civic rims with all-season tires. It's short, it's simple, but this right here is one of the most important things. That's because people are always asking about bolt pattern. They're always asking about it. If I put it as the first thing they see, they're gonna click my ad right away. They're gonna say, okay, this guy knows what kind of bolt pattern he has on these rims. He probably has other information. That's what I have in the description. So I see I have 5 by 114.3 millimeters. I put in brackets bolt pattern for people to understand. 16-inch rim diameter, and I also put the rim size. The reason I put both of these separate is because sometimes people don't understand this. Oops, this whole thing. They won't know what that means, right? So I put 16-inch rim diameter above it so that it's easier for them to understand. 205, 55, 16, 89H. I put the tire size, DOT 3214, so the age of the tire, that's important. 4/32 of an inch tread. And notice how I spaced all of these apart. A dash, and then the information, and then space. You know, it's easier for people to read. It looks clean. And so after all of this, I have additional information. This is like the way I sell things. I'm currently selling these original, that's key, original 16-inch Honda Civic rims with 4/32 of an inch all-season tires. The tires are Hankook Optimal H426, no dents / cracks on the rims. There's no leaks found on the tires and rims. If y'all don't know how to find leaks on your rims and tires, I did make a video on that as well. But basically, to end this all off, buy confidently. Like that right there, cherry on top. People read this, and I'm telling you, their heart starts to pound. I feel the confidence, and then they buy. They want to get that extra pat on the back. So then after that, it gives me tags. I put tire, rim, Honda, 114.3, that's the bolt pattern, and 205, 55, 16. So usually this is what people will search up. And then the pics. So the way I organized my pictures, the main one was all 4 of them because people want to see all 4 rims being sold. Like if I put this one, someone might think, oh, he's only selling one. With price, this is how I figure out what I'm gonna sell this for. I go and search up, put up 2014 Honda rims. That's it. And I'm going to see if I could find another ad that has the same rims that I have. Okay, let's look at these. This is brand new. This is brand new stuff. This is actually good. So the rims look brand new actually. But he has Firestone tires. So the tires, he did put brand new ones on. Let's go to information. Posting this ad to offer for sale. 100% brand new set for Honda Civic. 215, 55, 16. All season tires plus brand new Honda factory alloy rims. 5 by 114.3. So see, it's the same bolt pattern plus TPMS. See, this guy's smart. He did put TPMS, that means it has direct sensors. I can base my price off of this guy's ad. He's selling these brand new for $1,250. I have rims that are used, but I am honestly gonna say they're like 80 to 85% new. The tires, however, they're low, so that does take a hit. On average, a set of 4 tires, that's gonna set you back about $500-600. Around there. If I set it back about $700, which I think is fair, I'm looking at around 500 bucks. I could sell my rims and tires for 500. I'm gonna set that as the minimum. I'm actually gonna post this for 600. That is what I'm gonna start at. And if I can't get traction, I'm gonna try this out for 1 whole week. If it doesn't work, I drop it down 50 bucks. I'm gonna go 550. I'm gonna try that. That week passes by, I don't get enough traction, and I sell at 500. But I don't go lower than that because that's my minimum. Now we're here at the basic ad, and I don't wanna pay for this. I go ahead and go with basic. So I'm gonna go ahead and preview my ad just to see how it would look if I posted it. And this is how it would look. On your phone it'll look better because I took it in portrait mode. So maybe for websites, landscape would be better, but I feel like more people are on their phones anyways. That's why I recommend taking it portrait mode. And boom, just like that, ad is posted. Now the reason we go with basic, we don't want to pay for Kijiji services of putting your ad up top, is because after 1 or 2 days, your ad's gonna drop. You search up Honda Civic rims right now, yeah, my stuff is gonna show up first because I just posted my ad, but it's gonna start drop. What you do have to do is, it's a little bit of work, but you have to repost. This is the key. You can't be lazy with this stuff. You want to sell things, you gotta just repost it. It's gonna get back to the top. All it takes is one serious buyer to look at your ad, and boom, you may end up selling your rims. This is how I do it. I took all that extra information on my description, right? And all I did was copy and paste it into notes. But you can post it anywhere and just save this as a Word document. So when you have to repost, boom, copy, paste your title, copy all this, paste your description, put your pics in, and just submit it again. That honestly saves you so much time, and you just have to do that every other day, I would say. I have everything ready to go. I'll show you guys when I do end up selling these. Boom! Guys, check this out. I cannot make this stuff up. We have sold the rims and tires. Take this in. Take this in. I posted the ad yesterday. Within the same day, a few hours later, one guy messages me and says, $400. I'm like, no, my minimum was 500, 450, and I'm like, fine, I'll just settle at 450. The only reason I did it for 450 was because I got these for free. I could have made more money. I easily could have made like 5, 6 easily if I had waited, but I'm just here to show you guys. Like, I got 2 people to message me within a few hours. And yo, check this out. I posted this. Look, 80 people viewed it. You see how it dropped though? It dropped to this 20-second page within a day. This is why I tell you guys you have to repost this stuff. But the fact is, I got 80 people. See, I posted it June 1st. It is June 2nd. It is June 2nd. It's just all in one day. That's all you gotta do, guys. As long as you guys follow what I did, you get traction on your ads, and that's about it. My minimum was 500, so I'm like, 450? You know what? I can live with that. Then I can finish this video too, and I can post it for you guys, because I will do anything for subs. So please subscribe. Bye bye.